17 gadgets, all on Amazon, all shipping right now. The cheapest costs less than a restaurant meal. The most powerful replaces something most people have accepted as permanent. And number one, the one teased right at the start, does something that makes everyone who sees it stop and ask the same question. Wait, what is that? Drop your guess in the comments before the reveal. You won't get it right. No brand deals, no paid placements, just the most interesting, most surprising, most genuinely useful objects sitting on Amazon in 2026 that 99% of people will scroll past without ever stopping. Starting at the bottom, let's go. Onxe LED USB clock fan, around $16. Picture this. A client walks into your office, glances at your desk, and stops mid-handshake to ask, how is that clock floating in the air? The Onxe LED USB fan doesn't just cool your workspace. Its spinning blades project a live clock mid-air in a display that looks exactly like a hologram from a distance. It plugs into any USB port. It reads from across the room. And it does something no wall clock has ever done. It makes people forget what they walked in to say. For $16, it's the cheapest conversation starter in professional history. Amazon's choice, over 3,000 reviews. Zero explanation needed, because the desk does the talking. Force One Scoot Pro Flying Orb, around $20. Think about the last gift that genuinely made a room stop. This is it. No remote, no app, no controller. The Force One Scoot Pro responds to hand gestures alone. Wave underneath and it rises, pass your hand over it and it descends, LEDs painting light patterns through the air as it floats. Birthday present, office desk object, family gathering icebreaker. Whatever the context, when this thing goes airborne, every person in the room becomes a child again. 25,000 reviews. Pure, immediate, universal wonder. The Pone TO2 Mini Thermal Printer, around $30. Every small business owner, teacher, content creator, and event organizer has the same problem. Branding on the spot costs time and money. This solves it in 8 seconds. The Pone TO2 connects to any phone and prints custom stickers, photo strips, labels, name tags, and notes instantly. No ink cartridges, no setup, no ongoing costs. Heat does everything. The app ships loaded with templates for packaging labels, Polaroid-style prints, event name badges, product tags, and to-do lists. A printing press that fits in a jacket pocket for $30. AstroAI Portable Air Compressor, around $32. Roadside emergencies don't announce themselves. They happen at 6 a.m. before job interviews, on highway off-ramps, in parking lots 30 minutes from the nearest open gas station. The AstroAI connects to the 12-volt outlet, inflates to your exact target PSI, and auto stops. No guessing, no overinflation, no skill required. Built-in LED for nighttime breakdowns. Compatible with car tires, bike tires, and sports equipment. Fleet managers, delivery drivers, parents of new drivers, outdoor adventurers. This is the $32 tool that transforms a potential crisis into a 4-minute inconvenience. Govee Galaxy Light Star Projector 2 Pro, around $100. Hotels charge a premium for immersive room experiences. Interior designers bill hundreds of hours to create atmosphere. This does both, and it sits on a shelf. 8 film discs, 20-plus preset scenes, over 3,200 possible combinations, 21 white noise options, 3 control methods, physical button, Govee app, or voice through Alexa, Google, or SmartThings. Projected scenes rotate continuously. laser-generated stars moving across the ceiling in real time. Turn this on in a child's bedroom, they stop fearing the dark. Turn it on in a therapy room, clients arrive tense and leave settled. Turn it on in a photography studio, instant cinematic backdrop. Atmosphere isn't a luxury. This makes it accessible for $100. Anker Nano Power Bank, around $46. Dead phone at a conference, dead tablet mid-flight, dead laptop during a client presentation. Every professional has a version of this story, and every version ends the same embarrassing way. The Anker Nano carries 10,000 milliwatt hours with 45-watt fast charging capability and can fully charge an iPhone 17 Pro Max in just over an hour. Built-in USB-C cable means no carrying a separate cord. At 3.2 inches and 8.2 ounces, it slides into a suit jacket pocket. For corporate travelers, remote workers, event photographers, this isn't an accessory. It's insurance you carry every day. 4.6 stars, 900 plus reviews. Accara FP2 presence sensor, $83. Smart office lighting that turns off the moment someone stops moving is one of the most complained about problems in modern workplace design. The Accara FP2 solves it at the hardware level. Millimeter wave radar detects human presence, not movement, but existence. A team member sitting still in deep focus, lights stay on. Multiple people across different zones of the same room, all tracked simultaneously. It also detects falls, invaluable for aged care, healthcare facilities, and home environments with elderly residents. Works natively with Alexa, HomeKit, and Google. One sensor, infrastructure-level intelligence, $83. TicWatch Pro 5 Enduro, around $300. Field researchers, construction site managers, military personnel, emergency responders, athletes training in extreme conditions. These are people whose watch needs to survive reality, not just look good in a gym. Snapdragon W5 Plus Gen 1 on Wear OS, up to 90 hours of battery life. US military MIL-STD-810H certification for shock, temperature, altitude, and humidity resistance. 110 plus workout modes, built-in GPS, compass, and 5 ATM water resistance. The dual-layer display reads clearly in direct sunlight without draining the battery. For professionals whose work happens outdoors, on-site, or off-grid, no competitor on Amazon comes close at this price.
Top 10. What's coming next? A robot vacuum with mechanical legs that climbs over obstacles? A 3D printer that manufactures full-color objects in under an hour? A power station that prevents blackouts in 10 milliseconds? An AI clock that learns how a specific person sleeps and optimizes their morning? Subscribe before the countdown ends. Here we go.
Bambu Lab A1 Combo 3D printer, around $499. Product prototyping used to require a manufacturer, a contract, a minimum order, and a 6-week wait. This machine removes all 4 of those barriers. The Bambu Lab A1 goes from unboxing to printing functional, full-color parts in under an hour. Full auto-calibration, 0 manual leveling, 0 expertise required. Print speeds reach 500 millimeters per second with 10,000 millimeters per second squared acceleration. The combo version includes the AMS Light multicolor system, enabling multi-filament objects printed simultaneously. Comes home with you. Architects printing scale models. Entrepreneurs creating physical prototypes before committing to mass manufacturing. Small businesses producing branded packaging and displays on demand. The A1 wins on ecosystem maturity, beginner-friendly reliability, and print quality that punches well above its price bracket. Under $500, and the factory Dreame L60 Pro Ultra robot vacuum. $1 $1,000. The single most advanced cleaning device ever available on Amazon. The ProLeap system deploys robotic retractable legs to lift the chassis and step over obstacles up to 3.5 inches high. Door sills, thick rugs, charging cables. 35,000 PA Vormax suction. Dual spinning mops that automatically lift away from carpet. AI obstacle avoidance recognizing over 280 distinct object types. Mop pads cleaned at 100 degrees Celsius, boiling point, after every single cycle. The base station refills the water tank, empties the dustbin, and washes the mops automatically. For property managers, Airbnb hosts, offices, and busy families, this doesn't assist cleaning, it eliminates the job entirely.
Anker SOLIX C300 Portable Power Station, around $299. Power outages don't care about deadlines. They don't care that a surgeon is reviewing scans, a remote team is mid-presentation, or a broadcast is live. 288 watt-hour capacity, 300 watt continuous output surging to 600 watt. Charges from 0 to 80% in 50 minutes. Accepts solar, car, and wall outlets simultaneously. Whisper quiet at 25 decibels from 3 feet. The C300X variant switches to backup power in 10 milliseconds when grid power fails, fast enough that connected devices never register the interruption. For remote medical clinics, field journalism teams, disaster relief deployments, outdoor event production. At 9.1 pounds, it fits in a backpack and charges a smartphone approximately 19 times per fill.
Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro times JBL speaker, around $130. Podcast studios spend thousands building acoustic-treated, aesthetically considered spaces. Content creators rent them by the hour. Streamers spend weekends arranging RGB lighting rigs. This one object handles both the light and the sound simultaneously. A smart cordless table lamp with a JBL speaker built directly in. Music and lighting synchronize together across 16 music modes and 100 plus scene modes. Works with Matter, Alexa, and Google Assistant. Fully rechargeable. No cords, no hub. For content creators needing a professional setup without a professional budget. For hospitality spaces needing ambient atmosphere without rewiring a ceiling. Nothing Ear Open, $149. The fundamental problem with noise-canceling earbuds in professional environments isn't sound quality, it's isolation. Put on headphones in an open office and you become socially unavailable. A colleague needs a quick answer. A client says your name. A fire alarm goes off. You hear none of it. The Nothing Ear Open delivers music and audio while the world around you remains fully audible. Sound quality outperforms everything in its category, despite the open format. Built-in ChatGPT voice access for on-the-go queries. For open-plan offices, outdoor workers who need audio awareness, commuters who want sound without missing their stop. The earphone built around how people actually live and work, not how audiophiles wish they did. The Echo Show 21 with Alexa Plus, around $350. The smart home category spent 10 years selling devices that responded to commands. The Echo Show 21 with Alexa Plus is the first mainstream product that reasons through requests. Instead of if-then commands, it handles multi-step logic. My parents are coming for dinner. Find a recipe based on what's in the fridge and set a reminder to start cooking at 5 p.m. Alexa Plus processes the entire chain. Its built-in Zigbee and Matter hub proactively manages home security, detecting an unlocked door while you're away and alerting your phone. For care facilities managing complex resident schedules. For property managers overseeing multiple smart home systems. For any household where
"Did I leave the oven on?" deserves a real, connected answer. The productivity crisis in most organizations doesn't start at the desk. It starts the night before, in bedrooms with blue light screens, erratic sleep schedules, and alarm clocks that jolt people into a cortisol spike before their first meeting. The Hatch Restore 3 uses AI-driven sleep programming, adaptive soundscapes, precision sunrise simulation that gradually brightens before the alarm to initiate natural waking, and personalized coaching through the app. For corporate wellness programs sourcing evidence-based tools, for healthcare providers recommending non-pharmaceutical sleep interventions, for athletes managing recovery, for shift workers whose sleep windows don't align with natural light. Better sleep is the productivity upgrade nobody's selling. Bird Buddy Pro Solar, about $239. Environmental research stations pay thousands for wildlife monitoring equipment. Schools budget year-round for outdoor science programming. Citizens interested in local biodiversity have historically had no accessible entry point. The Bird Buddy Pro Solar changes all three conversations. A solar-powered smart feeder with a built-in AI camera that identifies every visiting bird species and delivers a photo notification, species name included, to any phone. 2K HD video, slow motion capture, live streaming. Installed once, never charged, never maintained. For schools building outdoor science curriculum, for environmental monitoring initiatives, for retirement communities creating shared nature engagement programs. The most unexpected gadget on this list, and the one that makes people say, "I didn't know I needed this, and now I can't imagine not having it." Boox Palma 2, around $270, pocket-sized, phone-shaped. But instead of a glass screen emitting blue light at 500 nits, it carries an e-ink display and runs full Android, Google Play Store, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, apps, a camera, every function of a modern device on a screen that produces zero glare, causes zero eye strain, and lasts for days on a single charge. For lawyers and researchers who read thousands of pages of documents, for medical professionals reviewing case files during long shifts, for journalists annotating source material in the field, for educators who need to review student work without being chained to a desk, for anyone who has ever thought, "I spend 8 hours staring at a screen and my eyes feel like sandpaper by dinner." This doesn't replace your phone. It replaces the part of your phone that's destroying your eyes, exhausting your brain, and draining your battery before 3 p.m. Everything that requires deep, sustained reading, documents, emails, long-form content, PDFs, belongs on this screen. The Boox Palma 2 is the first device in years that makes people voluntarily put their phone down and feel better for having done it. If one gadget from this entire list changes how a professional works, reads, or rests, it's this one. 17 gadgets. None of them famous. All of them real, available, and already being quietly used by the people ahead of the curve. Which one surprised you most? Which one are you already searching for? Drop it below. Every comment gets read. If this video showed you something genuinely new, hit like. One tap. It's how this channel grows and how other people find the list. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns, new gadgets, real analysis, zero filler. The next list is already being built and it's even better than this one. All product links are in the description. Everything you saw today is real. Everything is shipping. This is TechTide. Stay curious. Stay ahead.